Life can often feel like a whirlwind, throwing constant challenges our way, leaving us feeling like everything is spiraling out of control. But imagine a way to remain calm, strong and unshakable, no matter what life presents. This is the profound power of Stoicism. For centuries, the ancient Stoics, figures like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, mastered the profound art of inner peace. Their timeless teachings are just as relevant today, thousands of years later. In a world that relentlessly tests our limits, Stoicism equips you with the tools to rise above the chaos and cultivate a life of purpose and resilience. Whether you're navigating stress, managing relationships, or seeking your true path, the Stoic mindset has the power to transform your entire approach to life. If you've ever felt stuck or overwhelmed, now is the time to take control. Today, I'll share practical Stoic strategies to help you level up your life, step by step. Make yourself a priority. I know what you might be thinking: life is busy, full of responsibilities, people to care for, and work piling up. But here's an undeniable truth. If you don't prioritize yourself, no one else will. You've likely heard the adage, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? It's profoundly true. If you consistently put yourself last, you'll eventually deplete your energy, focus, and even motivation. Prioritizing yourself isn't about being selfish. It's about ensuring you're in the best possible physical, mental, and emotional shape to fully show up for the people and things that truly matter to you. Start small. Dedicate a few minutes each morning just for yourself. This could involve meditating, journaling your goals, or simply taking a deep breath and setting your intention for the day. This is your time. Begin with self-affirmations. Yes, it might feel a bit awkward initially, standing in front of a mirror and declaring, "I am worthy," or "I rise above challenges." But trust me, over time, your mind will start to believe what you consistently tell it. This isn't just about fleeting good feelings. It's about rewiring your brain for long-term resilience and confidence. Another crucial aspect of self-prioritization is setting boundaries. We all encounter people or situations that drain our energy. Learning to say no to what doesn't serve you is a game changer. It creates space for the things that genuinely matter, the things that energize and inspire you. Remember, you are not a backup character in your own story. When you prioritize yourself, you establish the foundation for everything else in your life to flourish. And guess what? The better you care for yourself, the more you can genuinely give back to others. It's a true win-win. So, starting today, ask yourself, how can I make my needs a priority? And what small steps can I take to ensure I'm not running on empty? Will enhance your appearance now. Before you roll your eyes and dismiss this as mere vanity, bear with me. There's far more depth here than you might realize. Enhancing your appearance isn't about conforming to societal beauty standards or obsessing over every minor detail. It's about presenting the best version of yourself to the world, and that begins with how you carry yourself. Consider this: when you feel good about your appearance, your confidence gets a significant boost. And with increased confidence, you walk a little taller, speak with greater assurance, and approach challenges with more strength. It's not just about looking sharp, it's about feeling sharp. But here's the key: this isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. Find a style that truly resonates with you, whether it's a sleek suit, a relaxed vibe, or something entirely unique. It's about wearing what makes you feel comfortable and confident. Your personal style is an extension of who you are, and when your outer appearance aligns with your inner self, everything simply clicks. And let's not overlook the simple things: regular grooming, keeping your clothes neat, and maintaining good posture. These small details send a powerful message, not just to the world, but to yourself, that you respect who you are. This isn't about spending a fortune or chasing fleeting trends. It's fundamentally about self-respect. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, and your appearance falls squarely into that category. When you take care of yourself externally, it often reflects how you feel internally. And believe me, this isn't about impressing others, it's about how you show up for yourself. When you dress in a way that feels authentic to who you are, you reinforce your sense of self-worth. You're telling yourself and the world, I'm here and I'm ready. So take a moment to consider, how can you enhance your appearance in a way that feels right for you? Perhaps it's experimenting with a new hairstyle, or simply paying a bit more attention to your posture. Whatever it is, let it be a reflection of the confidence you're cultivating within. Keep a smile on your face. I understand that some days are incredibly tough, and the last thing you might feel like doing is smiling. However, your smile possesses more power than you realize. It's not merely about appearing friendly. Smiling has a direct impact on your mood and brain chemistry. When you smile, even if you don't feel particularly happy, your brain releases good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. It's like a small mood boost that you can activate anytime. And the best part, it works even if you initially have to fake it. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not suggesting you walk around grinning constantly when things aren't perfect. Stoicism teaches us that life isn't about ignoring challenges, but about controlling our responses to them. Smiling in difficult situations doesn't mean you're pretending everything is fine. It means you are choosing your attitude in the face of adversity. It's about deciding to infuse a bit of positivity into your day, regardless of what's happening around you. That subtle smile can shift your mindset and help you remain calm and focused when things get rough. Here's where it gets even better. Your smile has a ripple effect. When you smile at someone, they are likely to smile back, often unconsciously. It's truly contagious. Think about how a simple smile from a stranger can brighten your day. You possess that same power to spread positivity, whether at work, with friends, or even during a stressful situation. And hey, smiling even changes the way you sound. Try it next time you're on the phone. People can actually discern the difference in your voice when you're smiling. So, how do you make this a habit? Start your day with a smile, even before you get out of bed. Smile in the mirror as you get ready, and actively look for opportunities to smile throughout the day, even if it's just at yourself. Over time, it will become second nature. Remember, smiling isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about confronting them with the strength and positivity that Stoicism champions. A smile is one of the simplest, yet most effective tools you possess, so use it. Trust me, it can make a far greater difference than you might imagine. Maintain a sense of kindness. Here's the reality. There will always be people in your life who drain your energy or who don't have your best interests at heart. This could be a colleague, a distant friend, or even a family member. But here's the crucial point. Just because someone is difficult or negative doesn't mean you have to be. You can remain kind while simultaneously protecting your peace by setting boundaries. Stoicism teaches us to stay calm and centered, regardless of how others behave, and part of that involves knowing when to step back. Being kind doesn't equate to letting people walk all over you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Kindness is about showing respect to both others and yourself. You can be kind and still say no when someone is asking too much of you. You can wish someone well, yet keep them at arm's length if they are consistently negative or draining your energy. It's a delicate balance between remaining true to your values and safeguarding your own well-being. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your time or your emotions, especially if it costs you your peace. Here's how to do it. Set clear boundaries with people. You don't have to offer lengthy explanations or feel guilty for prioritizing your needs. It's perfectly acceptable to limit contact with those who are toxic or perpetually draining. This doesn't mean you're being harsh or unkind. It simply means you're choosing to spend your energy wisely. Stoicism teaches us that we can only control ourselves, not others. Sometimes, the most effective way to remain in control is to limit our exposure to individuals who introduce negativity into our lives. The beautiful aspect of maintaining kindness while setting boundaries is that it actually helps you avoid unnecessary conflict. You're not lashing out or becoming defensive. You're calmly and respectfully protecting your own space. When you do this, you not only preserve your energy, but also set an example for others. People will begin to understand that your kindness doesn't mean you'll always agree or tolerate negativity. So, the next time you feel drained by someone's presence or overwhelmed by their demands, remind yourself that it's okay to limit contact. Stay kind, but maintain your distance when necessary. After all, Stoicism isn't about severing ties. It's about managing your relationships in a way that brings out the best in both you and those around you. Boundaries are an act of self-care, and when you care for yourself, you're in a much better position to show genuine kindness to others. Remain calm in stress. We've all been there. Deadlines loom, your phone buzzes relentlessly, and it feels like everything is piling up at once. It's easy to let stress take over. However, here's the crucial insight: staying calm amidst chaos is your superpower. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we possess complete control over how we respond to them. Stressful situations are inevitable, but your reaction to them, that is entirely within your hands. When you remain calm, you keep your mind clear and your emotions in check, and that's when you make your best decisions. Consider this: when you're panicking or overwhelmed, it's difficult to think straight, isn't it? But when you take a deep breath, slow things down and focus on what you can control, a sense of clarity suddenly emerges. One of the simplest ways to access this calmness is through your breath. Seriously, the next time you feel stress creeping in, try this: inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4, then exhale for 4. You'll be astonished at how such a simple act can instantly calm your nerves. Another powerful Stoic technique is to reframe the situation. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Often, the answer is a resounding no. By putting the situation into perspective, you can immediately diminish its power over you. Sure, it might be stressful in the moment, but if it won't have a long-term impact, is it truly worth getting worked up about? When you zoom out like that, it helps you remember what's genuinely important and what you can simply let go of. A core idea in Stoicism is to focus on what's within your control. In any stressful situation, there's always a part you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. You can't control if a project deadline is moved up, but you can control how you manage your time. You can't control if someone else is being difficult, but you can control how you respond to them. By channeling your energy into the things you can influence, you stop wasting energy on things that are beyond your control. Remaining calm doesn't mean you're ignoring the stress or pretending everything is fine. It means you are choosing to face the stress with a clear, focused mind. It's about being steady when your surroundings are unstable. And let me tell you, people notice when you stay calm under pressure. They trust you more. They're drawn to your calm energy, and they look to you for guidance. So, the next time life throws you into a stressful situation, pause, breathe, and focus on what's within your power. Not only will you handle the situation more effectively, but you'll also feel more in control of your own mind and emotions. Just as the Stoics taught, set your course in a world that constantly tries to dictate what you should do, who you should be, and how you should live. Setting your own course is an act of rebellion. It's about taking charge of your life and steering it in the direction you desire, not where others are pushing you. But here's the thing: setting your course isn't just about chasing dreams or doing whatever feels good in the moment. It's about aligning your life with your values, those things that truly matter to you on a deeper level. So, the first step: get clear on your core values. What genuinely matters to you? Is it freedom, creativity, family, growth? Whatever it is, these values become your compass. They guide your decisions and keep you grounded when challenges arise. If you're unsure of your values, take some time to reflect on moments when you felt most fulfilled or proud of yourself. Chances are those experiences aligned with your core values. Once you know what truly drives you, it's easier to stay on course, as you won't be swayed by distractions or other people's expectations. Next, set goals that are true to you. I'm not talking about goals that look impressive on paper or goals others think you should have. I mean authentic, meaningful goals that excite you and align with your values. Success looks different for everyone, and it's easy to get caught up chasing someone else's version of it. But Stoicism teaches us to live according to our own principles, not society's expectations. So ask yourself, what does success truly look like for you? What do you want your life to look like 5 or 10 years from now? Here's the reality: setting your course isn't always comfortable. It often means stepping outside your comfort zone and embracing the unknown. Growth occurs when you challenge yourself, and that can feel quite uncomfortable at times. But this is where Stoicism comes in. The Stoics remind us that discomfort is where real growth happens. The obstacles you encounter aren't roadblocks. They are opportunities to become better, stronger, and more resilient. So as you chart your own course, be prepared to embrace some discomfort along the way. It's all part of the process. And don't forget, this is a journey, not a race. Setting your course doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out right now or every step perfectly planned. Life changes, and so will your path. The important thing is to keep moving forward, stay curious, and be willing to adapt when necessary. Keep learning, keep growing, and be open to the idea that your course might shift as you discover more about yourself and the world around you. Trust your gut. While it's beneficial to seek advice from others, no one knows you better than you do. Your intuition is often a reflection of your values, experiences, and goals, so learn to trust it. The Stoics believed that wisdom originates from within, and that's something you should carry with you as you set your course. You possess the ability to navigate your own life, and when you remain true to who you are, you'll discover that the path you create is the one that leads to the most fulfillment. So, take the wheel, set your course, and steer your life in the direction that feels right for you. Make your stand. This one is all about standing firm in who you are and what you believe in, and trust me, in today's world, that requires immense courage. Everywhere you turn, someone is attempting to tell you how to think, what to care about, and how to live your life. But the Stoics teach us that true strength emanates from within, and making your stand is about clinging to your values, even when it feels like the entire world is pulling you in another direction. Making your stand begins with an intimate understanding of your values. What matters most to you? What are your non-negotiables? It could be honesty, loyalty, personal growth, or anything else that feels fundamental to your being. Once you are crystal clear on your values, it becomes easier to make decisions and take actions that align with them. It's like possessing a solid foundation. No matter what unfolds around you, you know where you stand. When challenges or disagreements arise, you won't be easily shaken because you are grounded in something deeper than just the immediate circumstances. However, here's the thing. Making your stand isn't always about loudly proclaiming your beliefs or engaging in debates with those who disagree. Sometimes, it's as simple as living in a way that reflects your values. Your actions speak volumes louder than words. If honesty is one of your values, embody it in your daily life. If kindness is a priority for you, demonstrate it through your actions, even when it's difficult. People notice when someone practices what they preach, and that kind of integrity can be more powerful than any argument or speech. And let's be realistic, sometimes standing firm in your beliefs means standing alone. That can be challenging. We all desire acceptance, and it's easy to go along with the crowd to avoid conflict. But Stoicism teaches us that it's preferable to be true to yourself and your values than to fit in at the cost of your integrity. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, famously said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." It's a potent reminder that growth and strength often emerge from moments when you are willing to stand out, even if it leads to unpopularity or misunderstanding. You don't have to fight every battle, though. Part of making your stand is knowing when to speak up and when to let things go. Not every situation demands that you dig in your heels. Choose your battles wisely, focus on the ones that genuinely matter to you. It's okay to let minor things slide if they don't compromise your core values. The Stoics remind us to conserve our energy for the things that truly count, and that's a skill worth mastering. So, how do you begin making your stand? Start by clarifying what you believe in. Then, make small, consistent choices that reflect those beliefs. Over time, you'll discover that your actions become an unshakable reflection of your values, and that kind of strength and consistency is magnetic. People will respect you more, not just for what you believe, but for how you embody those beliefs every day. And more importantly, you will respect yourself more. So, plant your feet firmly, know what you stand for, and don't be afraid to live it, even if it means standing alone sometimes. Nurture your wit. This one might seem a little surprising in a discussion about Stoicism, but humor and wit are incredibly powerful tools in life, especially when things get tough. The Stoics understood this. While they are often perceived as serious and reserved, they grasp the importance of maintaining a light touch. Life can be heavy, no doubt, but nurturing your sense of humor helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. It's not about being a comedian or constantly making others laugh. It's about cultivating a perspective that allows you to see the lighter side of things, even when everything feels overwhelming. One of the best ways to nurture your wit is to learn to laugh at yourself. We all take ourselves a little too seriously at times. Being able to poke fun at your own quirks or mistakes demonstrates confidence, disarms others, puts them at ease, and most importantly, prevents you from getting bogged down by your own ego. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely stated, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." It's a reminder that when you can find humor in your own imperfections, life doesn't feel quite so heavy. A sense of humor also helps you maintain perspective. When you train yourself to notice the absurdities of everyday life, the small ironies and contradictions, it becomes easier to shrug off the things that don't truly matter. For instance, getting stuck in traffic can either ruin your day or become something you can laugh about. Perhaps you missed your morning coffee and feel grumpy. Instead of spiraling into frustration, find the humor in how ridiculous it feels to let something so small impact your mood. It's all about shifting your mindset. Timing is also a key component of wit. Not every situation calls for a joke, but knowing when to inject a bit of humor can lighten the mood, diffuse tension, and even forge stronger connections with others. Think about how much easier difficult conversations become when a touch of humor is involved. It doesn't make the issue disappear, but it makes it more manageable. Humor demonstrates that you're not taking everything so seriously that it breaks you. It showcases flexibility, and that's something people are drawn to. But here's the thing, humor doesn't just help in social situations. It's also a great coping mechanism for personal challenges. When you're enduring a tough time, finding even a small bit of humor in the situation can be a game changer. It shifts the focus from how hard things are to how resilient you are for finding something to laugh about in the midst of it all. It doesn't mean you're ignoring your problems. It means you're choosing to face them with a little more lightness. So, how do you begin nurturing your wit? Start by observing the world around you. Life is brimming with odd, funny moments if you're paying attention. Read widely. Different styles of writing, humor, and even philosophy. Exposure to diverse perspectives will help you develop your own unique brand of wit. Practice not taking yourself too seriously, and embrace those small moments where you can find humor, even in challenges. Remember, wit isn't about being the funniest person in the room. It's about maintaining a perspective that helps you remain resilient. Life is serious enough. Having a sense of humor is a way to stay balanced and grounded, even when things get tough. So go ahead, nurture that wit. It's a small but mighty tool that can help you navigate life's ups and downs with a smile. Be respectful. This might seem like common sense, but respect is often overlooked in the fast-paced, sometimes self-centered world we inhabit. Stoicism places significant value on treating others with dignity and respect, regardless of their status, opinions, or actions. And here's why this matters. When you show respect to others, it not only elevates them, but also reflects positively on you. It's about recognizing the inherent worth in every individual, no matter who they are or where they come from. Being respectful doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone or even like everyone. It's more about acknowledging their right to their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. You don't have to share someone's beliefs to treat them with courtesy. In fact, some of the most meaningful connections arise when we disagree yet still listen to and respect each other's perspectives. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control how others act, but we can always control how we respond. Choosing to respond with respect is a reflection of your own character, not the other person's behavior. One of the easiest ways to demonstrate respect is simply by listening. In a world where everyone is talking, it's rare to encounter someone who genuinely listens, but when you do, it makes a profound impact. People feel valued when you take the time to truly hear them out, and in turn, they are more likely to show you respect as well. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak, it's about genuinely understanding what the other person is communicating. Respect often begins with the simple act of giving someone your full attention. Another important aspect of being respectful is learning to disagree without being disagreeable. We won't always see eye to eye with everyone, and that's perfectly fine. But how we handle those disagreements speaks volumes. You can stand your ground and adhere to your beliefs without being rude or dismissive. It's all about how you communicate. The Stoics were masters at this. They believed in standing firm in their principles, but doing so with calmness and reason. The next time you find yourself in a disagreement, try to remain calm and focus on the issue, not the person. You'll discover that respect can diffuse tension and lead to more productive conversations. Respect also manifests in the little things: being on time, acknowledging someone's effort, or even simply saying, "Thank you." These small gestures might seem insignificant, but they accumulate. They demonstrate that you value the other person's time, energy, and contributions. And here's the kicker: respect is a two-way street. When you treat others with respect, you create an environment where they are more likely to reciprocate that respect. It's a powerful way to build stronger, healthier relationships in both your personal and professional life. But remember, respect isn't about people pleasing or being a pushover. It doesn't mean you allow others to disrespect you or trample over your boundaries. You can be firm and assertive while still being respectful. In fact, part of respecting others is also respecting yourself, knowing when to stand up for yourself, when to set boundaries, and when to disengage from toxic situations. The Stoics believed in balance, and that includes balancing kindness and respect for others with self-respect. So, as you go through your day, look for opportunities to show respect in both significant and minor ways. Whether it's listening more attentively, showing up on time, or simply being polite in a difficult conversation, these acts of respect not only improve your relationships, but also make you a stronger, more grounded person. Stoicism teaches us that we are all part of a larger community, and when we respect one another, we help strengthen the bonds that keep us connected. Ultimately, being respectful of everyone isn't just about them. It's about creating a better, more thoughtful version of yourself. Set clear parameters. Setting boundaries, or parameters, is fundamentally about understanding your limits and ensuring others grasp them too. It's easy to get caught up in trying to please everyone or overextending yourself, but without clear boundaries, you will inevitably burn out. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of safeguarding our inner peace and concentrating on what we can control, and establishing clear parameters is one of the most effective ways to maintain that sense of control. The first step is to know your own limits. What are you comfortable with? What are your non-negotiables? Perhaps it's about the amount of time you dedicate to work, how you expect to be treated in relationships, or even simple things like not checking emails after a certain hour. Knowing your limits helps you remain aligned with your values and prevents you from taking on more than you can handle. It's about creating space for yourself to thrive, not just survive. And let's be honest, if you don't set boundaries, people will naturally push them, often without even realizing it. Communicating those boundaries is key. You can't expect people to know where your lines are if you don't tell them. Whether it's a work situation, a friendship, or a family dynamic, be clear about what you are and aren't comfortable with. And here's the thing: you don't have to explain or justify your boundaries. A simple, respectful no, or "this doesn't work for me," is sufficient. When you communicate your parameters clearly, you're not being rude. You're being respectful of your own needs and energy. Most people will respect you for being upfront, even if it feels a bit uncomfortable at first. One of the hardest parts of setting clear parameters is consistency. You absolutely must stick to the boundaries you set, or they will lose their meaning. If you're constantly shifting your boundaries, agreeing to things you don't want to do, or allowing people to cross lines you've established, it not only confuses others but also erodes your own sense of control. Consistency builds trust, both with yourself and with others. When you hold firm on your boundaries, people know where you stand, and over time, they will learn to respect those limits. It's not about being rigid, it's about being reliable and true to your own values. Remember, boundaries go both ways. Just as you want others to respect your limits, it's crucial to respect theirs too. We all have different comfort zones and capacities, and recognizing that in others helps to build stronger, healthier relationships. This mutual respect is what fosters balanced, positive interactions with the people around you. And don't forget, saying no isn't selfish, it's self-care. Sometimes we feel guilty for setting boundaries, especially if it means disappointing someone. But Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control how others react, we can only control our actions. If setting a boundary makes you feel more at peace, more focused, or more in line with your priorities, then it's the right decision, regardless of how others might feel about it in the moment. In the long run, everyone benefits when you're clear about what you can and can't do. You're less likely to become overwhelmed or harbor resentment, and that makes you more present and effective in the things you do say yes to. So, here's the takeaway. Boundaries aren't walls that shut people out. They are guidelines that help you protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. They allow you to give your best self to the people and projects that truly matter. Start by identifying one area of your life where you need to set clearer parameters and take action. It could be as simple as not checking work emails after a certain time, or as significant as establishing boundaries in a challenging relationship. Whatever it is, ensure it reflects your values and priorities, and don't be afraid to enforce it. Ultimately, setting clear parameters is one of the best ways to show respect for yourself and others. Cut out negative energy. This might be one of the most vital things you can do to elevate your life. Cutting out negative energy. Negative energy can stem from various sources: people,